Hello everyone, my name is Gus and thank you again for joining us today for Core Power. For those of you who's your first time here, Core Power is a class that utilizes dynamic core movements as well as other calisthenic-like exercises to strengthen your upper body, your core, as well as your lower body. This class is welcome to all levels, and this class is going to be very simple. We're going to be doing a dynamic warm-up that consists of 3 to 4 exercises. We're going to be doing a main body circuit that has 7 exercises that we're going to repeat 2 times, and we're going to do a cool down to help kind of relieve that tension in our body, okay? To start this workout, all you're going to need is a yoga mat and a yoga block or a textbook if you have one. Very minimal equipment is needed for this workout. Okay, to start this exercise, we're going to start with our warm-up. And what we're going to do first for our warm-up is we're going to kneel onto our mats like so. We're going to hold ourselves in a tabletop pose like this. We're going to take our right arm, put it behind our head. We're going to open up towards the roof, and then try to bring your elbows together, and then keep rotating like so. Only rotating your spine. This is going to help get some movement in that thoracic spine. Good. We're going to do 8 of these. Really try to just squeeze as you rotate and come back down. Good. Try not to let your hips rotate too much as you go. Two more. Good. Now let's do the other side. Try to corkscrew your arm that's holding you. That way you got a little bit of stability as you go. Good. Two more. And relax. Next one we'll do is we'll do a glute bridge. So how we can do this glute bridge is we're going to put ourselves on the mat like so. Press your lower back into the yoga mat, and then lift and down. We're going to do 12 of these. Try to control your way on the back down. Press through the heels. If you feel like you're feeling it more in your hamstrings, try to slide your feet a bit forward. That way you can feel it mainly in the glutes. Four more. Good, and down. We'll go ahead and relax. The next one we'll do is we'll do a supine shoulder press. So how to do our shoulder press here? We're going to be laying down again, like so. We're going to take our arms, make like a field goal almost. And we're going to press our elbows and our wrists into the yoga mat. And what we're going to do is, keeping our wrists against the floor, we're going to slide our arms up towards the wall behind us. Feel a stretch in the lat, and then bring them back down, squeeze the shoulder blades. And then we'll do 12 of these, okay? As you do this, keep your back pressed into the yoga mat. That's going to help keep your core braced. Good. You should really feel this in the back of your shoulder, as well as the front of the shoulder as you press up. This is a good dynamic move to help get that shoulder girdle ready for work. This is 6. Remember, keep your core and back pressed into the yoga mat. One more. And relax. Good. Now, to start, we're going to start our circuit doing a tabletop pose. So we're going to hold ourselves right here. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna do a hip lift. So we're going to brace our core, lift and hold, and back down. We're just gonna do 8 of these, okay? Focus on squeezing your core as you lift. Good. As you get more comfortable with squeezing your core as you lift, you wanna corkscrew those elbows and lift and hold yourself. That's how you stabilize your shoulder. Good. Last one. And down. Good. Now, we'll take that concept using the hip lift and we'll add another layer to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a double step back. How to do this is you're going to lift, step back into a plank, hold, bring back up, and repeat. We're going to do 8 of these. So we're going to do 7 more, okay? Step back, step up. Good, let's continue. Really corkscrew those elbows as you're holding yourself. It's gonna help keep you stable in this move. One more. And down. Good. Next, what we're gonna do is we're going to do a hip drive to a plank. So how we're going to do this, put your knees slightly wide, wider than your hips, push your hips back, keep your feet planted, and then put your arms out as far in front of you as you can. We're going to push back, then we're going to drive our hips forward, squeeze the glutes and lift, back down, and pull back. Then we're going to do 8 of these, so we're going to do 7 more. Drive, lift, down and back. Drive, lift, down and back. Remember to keep those glutes engaged as you're lowering to keep your hips in alignment with your back. Good. Let's do 2 more. And down. And let's relax. Good. Now what we'll do is we'll do some push-ups. We'll do this in a slope line. So how we're going to do our slope line is we're going to put our arms in front of us, drive our hips forward, keep our shoulders over our wrists like so, and then flatten the hips, engage the glutes, and brace your core, and then we're just going to lower. What I want you to focus on is keeping those elbows close to the body as you can. Good. Let's do 10 of these. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now, continue to work with our triceps. We're going to do some tricep presses. So, we're going to, in our tabletop pose, put your arms in front of you, and then just focus on bending at the elbows. You want to drop your forearms to the floor like so, and then only pressing through the palms, press up, and then lower. Good. We're going to do 12 of these. Really focus on the control down. That's going to put a nice eccentric stretch onto the elbows. We're going to do 12 of these in total. Good. Make sure to fully extend your elbows at the top. 10, 11, 12. Good. Now what we'll do is we'll do a flow move. So how to do the flow, I'll go through this first one really slow. We're going to start in tabletop like so. We're going to lift, step back, knees come to the floor, push hips back, drive forward, lift, step back, and down. Just like so. So we're taking a lot of those moves we did earlier, combining it all into one move. We'll go a little bit faster as we do the rest. We'll do 4 more reps of this. Let's go ahead and get started. Lift, step back, knees to the floor, push forward, lift, step back, down. Good. Let's keep going. down, back. Drive forward, lift, step up, down. Good, last one everyone. Down, back, forward, lift, and down. Excellent. Now, to finish off the circuit, we'll do 2 planks. Hold them for 15 seconds each, okay? When we're ready, we'll hold in a high plank. So when we're ready, we'll go ahead and lift in 3, 2, 1. Good, hold for 15 seconds. Make sure to keep your core engaged as well as engage your glutes. To help keep you stable, focus on your breathing. Slower in 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, good job. That was our first circuit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna rest for a little bit and then we'll get to our second circuit, okay? Now, take it again from the top. The first circuit, we started with a hip lift. So that's what we're gonna start with our second circuit. Second circuit, we're gonna start with our hip lifts. Again, we're going to brace the core, lift, hold, and down. We're gonna do 8 of these in total. Good, this is 4. Make sure to focus on barely lifting those knees off the floor, engaging the abs. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now we'll go ahead and do our step backs. So how to do these again, we're going to be in a tabletop pose. Let's corkscrew the elbows, lift, step back, hold, step up, and down. We're going to do 8 of these in total. Make sure when you step back into that plank, you hold for a second, pull back, and down. Good. Halfway there. All right, 2 more. And down, good. Okay, now we'll go into our hip drive to plank. So we're gonna put knees wider than our hips, push back into our hips, arms go forward. Remember, we're going to drive the hips forward, lift, down, and back. We're gonna do 6 of these in total. Drive, lift, and back. Good. 4 more. Remember to engage those abs as you push. That's what to keep you stable. 1 more. Push, lift, and back. Good. Now, we'll go ahead and do our push-up. So we'll be in our slope position again. Remember, shoulders over wrists. Nice slope line from ears to hips. And then we're going to lower, push, lower, push. We're going to do 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we'll do some tricep presses. Remember, we're going to hold ourselves in tabletop. Forearms go to the floor. Brace your core, feet planted. Press up. We're going to do 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11. And 12. Good. Now, we have 2 more exercises left. What we're going to do is we're going to do our flow. Remember, we're just combining everything we've done so far. We're going to hold ourselves in tabletop. We're gonna go ahead, lift, step back, knees down, back, drive, lift, and step back. Good, 4 more. Good job, good job. You're doing great. 2 more. Last one, go. Push, lift, and down. Good. Now for our last exercise we're going to do for our circuit, we're going to hold ourselves in that high plank again. So to hold ourselves in that high plank, we're going to put ourselves like this, getting ready to lift, and we'll lift in 3, 2, 1. Hold for 15 seconds. And down. Good. We'll do 1 more plank hold. Give your arms a little bit of a break. And then we'll go into our cool down. All right, you're almost done. Let's finish strong here. So again, drive forward. And we'll lift in 3, 2, 1. Keep those hips held high. Don't let your back sag as you're holding. And breathe in and out. Finish in 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You did good. Now we'll go ahead and do our cool down. So how to do our cool down? We're going to take a seat here. We're going to lay on our backs. We're going to put our right arm down to the floor. We're going to take our right leg, bend it up, grab our left leg, use our left arm to grab our right leg. Pull it over, look to your right, and just breathe in and out. You should feel a stretch in the glute. Hold for 30 seconds. Try to keep that left leg as straight as possible. Good, now switch. Keep the left arm planted on the floor. Take your right arm and grab your left leg. And as you pull your leg, look towards your left. Good. You feel a stretch in the top of the glute. And hold. And relax. Good. Now, we'll use our yoga block / textbook to do a little bit of a torso rotation and hold, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to lay on our right side. Left knee's going to go on top of this yoga block. We're going to bend our top arms 90 degrees, relax like so. And then we're going to rotate. First, I want you to focus on driving the knee into the yoga block. And then you're going to rotate and hold. You're going to hold here for 30 seconds. Focus on your breathing. Keep that knee pressed into the block. And relax. Good. Now we'll go ahead and do our other side. We'll go ahead and be on our left side. Bend our right leg over the block. Okay. Bend our right arm to 90 degrees. Press the knee into the block and then rotate. Remember, keep that knee pinned into the block. It's going to help keep your hips stable. Really focus on stretching the back. And go to relax. Good. Now, for our last cool down we'll go ahead, just relax here. We're going to take our arms and we're going to do just a chest stretch. So how to do this, we're going to take our arms to 45 degrees, push your almost like acting like someone's pushing your palms back, and hold right there. You should feel a stretch in the middle of your chest down to your shoulders, just like so. And then just do some deep breaths in to really help expand the chest. Good. And relax. Okay, and that's it for today's class. Thank you again for joining me for today's session. I really hope you benefited from partaking in this online class today. We will upload another video again next week. Until then, I hope to see you next time. You have a good rest of your day.